It's week 1 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chiefs and the Giants on EA Sports.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the opener of a new era. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Mahomes now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Bush. And off to the races down the right side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 42 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it as we resume action. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. They'll send Boyd in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now back to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, You're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide.
Holding offense.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd down and 4. Now a toss right to Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the draw, this is Barkley. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in his first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This is taken at about the 14. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Hard throw, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now he'll escape to his left.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast or... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play. And they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it. And he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
A 59-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. From the 43, here's a second down and 9. Mahomes now to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Working from the gun, Mahomes. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it... They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. In motion goes the tight end. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line, but not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is bring the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. Taken in at the 22. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first round.
And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
At the 43-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
1st down, Kansas City.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Giants' 18-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Pacheco on the read option. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And they're going to speed things up here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the press. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Here we go. Yellow, line, check twice, black one.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, Barkley. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That's pulled in at the 32. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 12. 1:47 on the clock. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Here's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
To number 23. A gain of 18 on the play.
Mahomes.
1st down, Chiefs.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. Here comes 2nd down at 5.
A gain of 1 brings up 2nd and
Mahomes.
at the 38-yard line.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Mahomes to throw it. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Mahomes will throw. It's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
The extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.